I think the role of creatives and advertising has changed over the last few years. I think it's been a bit of an evolution over the last 20 years, to be honest. We've gone from less sort of TV commercials, more into creating sort of really exciting engagement pieces that really fit into people's lives. The role I play is working with brands to come up with that beautiful sort of creative piece that really wins over the hearts, and then I actually engage specialists to really kind of bring to life the really kind of accurate and like detailed pieces. As a creative director, I look at businesses and find what their pain points are. So I look at what's going on in their industry. I try to make sure that we're best practice, and I really kind of create something that people can kind of attach themselves to and fall in love with. A content director takes what that is and takes that essence and brings it to life. So they understand exactly how I've made it lovable, and then they do the what, as in like, this is exactly how it's going to be created and come to life in real life. The creative economy has become a lot stronger in business, so it's no longer just a marketing piece. Creativity and a creative view on kind of the business side of things has become a lot stronger, so we're using it in a lot more sort of different parts of the industry. So it's actually a creative brain that can change an industry or disrupt it. It's not just a marketing campaign. Because that scope's become bigger, I think there's a lot more room for different people to play. So I think that's where you can kind of start bringing in creative directors and content directors. And I think the lovely bit is you can't be too afraid to bring them together. And I think working together is actually when you really make magic. Back in the good old days, a brand would come to you and say, I need to increase my sales, I want a TV commercial, 30 seconds, you've got X amount of money, go. These days, a brand will come to you and they will say, I want to disrupt my industry, or there's a new competitor on the market, how do I deal with them? Or I need to increase my sales, but I want to do it in a really interesting way where people fall in love with me again. And I think because the brief has changed so dramatically, there's no one answer anymore. There's no, this is the TV commercial that you need for your brand, and this is how people will watch it. I think the channels have become so huge that you now take a brief and you think about what the possible answers are and how we can best serve it to the people who, your audience, your real specific tiny audience that really, really hits home. And I think as a creative, you've always got to have a bit of a finger on the pulse. So you've got to be able to write that emotional piece, but it doesn't have to be as a TV commercial. It can be as lots of different parts, and as long as it fits into the person's life at the right time, in the right place, when they're willing to listen to it or hear it, or if you're being an incredible utility to them, then that's when you're going to kind of win their hearts.